Welcome back, mystery seekers, to Mystery Unlocked, where legends rise from the dark and the truth hides in shadows. Tonight's tale takes us deep into the forest of a forgotten village, where one tradition has been honored for over a century. Every year, the villagers leave out a lantern to guide a grieving widow through the woods. But no one knows who she is, where she came from, or what happens if the lantern goes out. Join me now as we explore the mystery of the Lantern Widow. This all began with a college student named Noah who had a weird obsession. He loved hunting down urban legends that no one had heard of. He didn't care about vampires or Slender Man. He wanted the stories that were almost forgotten. So when he stumbled on a blog post from 2009 that simply read, "In Elkwood, they light a lantern for her every year. If the flame dies, someone vanishes." He was instantly obsessed. Elkwood was a tiny village barely on the map. No Wikipedia page, no mobile service. One road in, one road out. Noah packed a camera, a mic, and a torch and headed out there. He arrived 2 days before their annual lantern walk. The town looked like it had been frozen in time. Wooden houses, quiet streets, and forests that pressed him like they were trying to take the land back. He tried to interview the locals. Most ignored him. Some told him to go home. But one older woman spoke to him. Her voice was soft. Her hands trembled as she poured tea. The widow doesn't like to be watched. If you see her, don't look twice. Don't speak. And don't follow the sound of her crying. Noah smiled politely. But in his head, jackpot. He planned to record everything. The night of the lantern walk came. At exactly 8 p.m., the villagers placed a single lantern on an old stump near the edge of the woods. Everyone stood in silence for several minutes. Then, without a word, they went home. Noah was left standing there, confused. He waited. 9 p.m. Nothing. 10 p.m. The wind picked up. The flame in the lantern flickered. 11:23 p.m. That's when he heard it. Crying. Soft. Broken. Coming from the trees. He raised his camera. Zoomed in. At first, nothing. But then, movement. A woman in a black dress. Her veil was thin. He could almost make out her face, pale, cracked. Like porcelain. She walked slowly toward the lantern. Her feet didn't quite touch the ground. Noah whispered into his mic, "This is incredible." But then, the lantern flames sputtered. It flickered and went out. The crying stopped. Silence. Then, she turned and looked directly at him. His camera glitched. The screen filled with static. He backed up, panicking, switching to his torch. The beam caught her figure, but she was suddenly closer. And then his torch died. He ran. The next morning, the townspeople found Noah's car. Still packed, still full of gear, but Noah, gone. No camera, no mic, just the lantern, sitting on the stump again, with the flame relit. Noah was never found. Not a footprint, not a trail. But for years after, villagers said they sometimes saw someone wandering the forest with a camera, mumbling to himself. So, who is the Lantern Widow? A ghost? A spirit of grief? A curse passed down through forgotten ritual? Why does she take people? Why does the lantern keep her away? And most importantly, what happens if someone follows her instead of running? Drop your theories in the comments. I want to hear what you think is really going on in Elkwood. And if you ever hear crying in the woods, don't look twice. You might not be seen again. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and light your own lanterns.